Author Richard Hughes von Hurst's latest work is a labor of love, chronicling the life of Jack Whalen, who was embedded in the criminal underbelly of LA in the 1950s, but that doesn't tell the whole story of the man he knew. And here to chat all about it is the author himself. Good morning, Richard. How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for asking. So, firstly, could you tell us what people have wrong and who was the man that you actually knew?
Yeah, my uncle was born in St. Louis and moved to Los Angeles, and his parents put him in Black Hawk Military Academy, where he excelled at everything. He became the captain of the polo team. He was class commander, and he did really well in everything athletic. And then after Black Hawk Military School, World War II broke out, and he enrolled in the Army Air Corps, where he became a bomber pilot, and also did all the training and became a flight instructor. And after the war, he moved back to Hollywood and became the enforcer.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of alludes to the title of your novel, Jack the Enforcer. It sort of screams mobster to most people, but from your perspective, how did he earn that, and what does it really reflect on him as a person?
Well, really, it was the press, and they got it all backwards. Jack stood about 6'2", towering figure of integrity and fairness. He protected family and friends whenever needed, and he started running a legit bookie business, which was contrary to what the mafia was doing, because they weren't honest about their payouts, and they did a lot of mafia tricks. To me, he was a nightmare to the mafia and their partners. And the newspapers gave him the moniker of Jack the Enforcer because of his run-ins and fights with the mafia.
Yeah, that leads us nicely to Mickey Cohen, LA's noir villain. Many believe that they worked together, but you say they were actually enemies. So what's the story behind their feud?
Yeah, they were just the opposite. Jack hated Cohen's extortion, shaking down stars and rigging bets, because it reflected also on his business. I recall a story when he was at the Mambo Club and Cohen tried to corner him and get him to join their crew, but he would have nothing of it. And then because of that, another time he ambushed my uncle with 3 of his minions. My uncle knocked all 3 of them out, broke a couple jaws, and sent a few of them to the hospital. So my uncle was against the mafia and actually worked with a local gangster squad, the police unit.
Yeah, I mean, another thing he did as well was his bookmaking, which kind of sounds like a stark contrast to the mob's chaos that they created. So how did that reflect on Jack's values?
Well, you know, it was a badge of honor. He believed in fair odds, timely payouts, and no skimming. It all rooted from his upbringing of being fair and loyal. His father taught him integrity, and his sister Bobby saw him working and helping with neighbors and friends. The mafia offered him cash to get out of the way, but he said, "I don't sell out." To me, that's the Jack I knew, and it was family first and principles above all.
Yeah, sadly, all those run-ins led to his murder in 1959, often described as a mob hit. From your heart, what do you believe to be the real story, and what does it reveal about his fight?
Well, it was a random hit. Cohen's crew planned to gun him down. There were 2 shots. And he was killed. And the reason why is they wanted him out of the way. And they even got a $50,000 kind of a hit amount of money to actually kill my uncle. And to him, you know, he was fighting a corrupt system, and the enforcer is a story of his honor and his sacrifice to help also the police get the mafia out of Los Angeles.
Well, it sounds like a fascinating read, Richard. Thank you so much for the insight and really interesting story.
Okay, well, thank you. And thank you for helping me to set the record straight.
That's great. Now, you guys can grab a slice of LA history and explore the misunderstood life of Jack Whalen. Just head to jacktheenforcer.com.